Okay, sure.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, thank you, Sunho-san. So about introducing me to today's presentation by Professor Suwit as the moderator. Okay, so the first of all, let me introduce the presenter, today's presenter. Okay, so Professor Suwit Laohasiriwong, and he is a agriculturalist by profession, by training, and with bachelor's degree from Khon University, and then master's and PhD degree from Massey University in New Zealand, Massey University, New Zealand. This is very famous university, especially in agricultural research, right? Okay. Then after that, and he has published extensively in his specialist field on agricultural issues. He has published a lot from the reputable academic journals. Until today, until now, I just quickly checked his publication. So now also for the past few years, you have been very, very productive in your own original area. I'm very much impressed. Congratulations for your continuing and academic activities and the results. Anyway, okay, he has also been a highly respected administrator of several universities in Thailand, serving, among others, as vice president of Khon University, and then president as president of Nakhon Phanom University, also in Thailand, before he officially retired in year 2015, if I'm not mistaken, officially. After that, you are basically a kind of independent researcher, but you have been so productive on your specialist field. And I think you are the role model of any scholar, I think, definitely. And yeah, definitely, yes. And also, he has served as the founding deputy director of Mekong Institute. Mekong Institute. This is an intergovernmental organization operated by 6 countries that share the Mekong River, like starting with China and Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, and Cambodia, and Vietnam, 6 countries. And then these 6 countries set up and operate this Mekong Institute as the intergovernmental organization. And this Mekong Institute is dedicated to human resource development for over the Mekong River region, and it's called Greater Mekong Subregion, and also other development initiatives. And Professor Suwit was the founding deputy director of this Mekong Institute. And Professor Suwit has also been engaged in peace and conflict issues in Southeast Asia, and one of the founding members of the Southeast Asian Conflict Studies Network since 1999. And this one led by Professor Kamadou-Zaman here at ZAM. And he started this network, Southeast Asian Conflict Studies Network. And I still remember I also attended the de facto inaugurating meeting in Penang. And I think it's in 1999. So since then, and Professor Suwit, you are one of the founding members of this network. And also inspired with the vision of peaceful Southeast Asia, and especially Greater Mekong Subregion, Professor Suwit has contributed to the establishment of Institute of Dispute Resolution at the Khon University. And he also served as its director in the past. And among his publication on peace and conflict studies is a book. I pick up only one word, a book. This one is titled Peace Building in Asia Pacific. the role of a third party, published by Kaen University Institute of Dispute Resolution. Okay, so anyway, the title of his presentation today is the dilemma of Thai politics. This is one of the hot issues in the contemporary Southeast Asia now, and especially in the wake of the formation of a new coalition government of Thailand, and quite recently. So we are looking forward to acquiring insight into what is going on in the contemporary Thai politics from Professor Suwit's presentation. Okay. So Professor Suwit, so now the screen is yours. Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much, Professor Oishi, for your introduction. It's since I been joining this forum, I always enjoy meeting each and every one of you and share your thought and listen to the situation in other countries, learn from other countries. Can you see my slide?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Just wait.
I already converted for the allowed you to share before. Okay. Somebody.
Hang on. I try to see Zoom.
Yeah,
See it
now.
Yeah.
Zoom. Yeah.
No.
No. Hang on. YouTuber. That I can't find the menu of share screen sharing here.
Screen sharing. Could you not find? You cannot find it. It's just
Yeah.
a little bit. The program is changing. I mean, it's like I am using the Zoom. This Zoom program is like improving. So they are like improving, but
I present the view.
some icons, some changed. Okay, here.
Green.
Summary. This icon, it was not there before, and AI is companion or something like that. Jeannie, could you check the, sharing? I already checked, clicked the sharing for all these other members.
Yeah, I changed
the green button, Suwit, the green button is the only green button there.
Yeah, I saw it before, but when I put this in full screen, I can't see. Hang on, let me try one more time.
Yeah, we should learn together. It's catching up with these changes. Okay? Catching up with the changes.
Where's my?
If it's too difficult, if it's okay, I try to open your. This maybe let me check.
Hang on.
Just looking at us, we're like a bunch of senior citizens trying to work out this technology.
Yes, we need like our young person who can.
Just a moment, please.
May I say something? Is it natural that I can make a share? It's something different in Zoom. Perhaps this is normally I hadn't the right to make a share. And now I see I have the right to make a share.
Because host, I am host, and I already designate Jeannie here, Jeannie as a co-host. So we allow you to share. Okay, here.
It's normal. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Then everybody.
I thought...
Okay, let me.
Okay, let me.
Okay. It's
Can
coming.
you see now?
Got it.
Bravo.
Got it.
Yes, I see.
Okay.
So you can make it like a full screen, okay? Like a full screen.
Yeah. Let
Okay.
me wait. Wait. Slideshow from the beginning. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, full screen now.
Sorry for
Mhm.
problems. Well, I'm not sure how many of you follow or understand Thai politics, but I just like to share with you my viewpoint. So it's not from a political scientist, but from agricultural scientist
Okay.
of what's happened
Okay.
in Thai politics. Okay. We have been changed from absolute monarchy to constitutional monarchy 91 years ago. This picture here is a group of soldiers and some public figures who mostly had been study abroad. One of the leaders was study law from France. His name is Phanom. So he once a prime minister, but in very short period. In 91 years, we have 13 coup d'etats, 20 constitutions. The constitutions changed just about every time that they had coup, or sometime like you can see 13 coup, but 20 constitution. Now, I just like to show you the 2023 election results. This the map of Thailand. The color of the party, it's not very distinct between each other, especially the orange color of Move Forward, or the new party, and the red color of Pheu Thai or Thaksin party. But if you look at the map of Thailand, you see Northeast Thailand is here. Can you see the arrow that I point to you? Yeah.
Yes.
Khon Kaen, where I and Professor Oishi is located now, is here. It's a red color. a little orange, one or two constituency with orange color. Northeast Thailand is the poorest region of Thailand, the biggest in terms of population, so it's biggest in terms of number of MPs. Up north here, it's where Thaksin was born. So his party, or Pheu Thai parties always occupy northeast and some part. And you would notice that the southern Thailand, it's blue, deep blue and light blue. Light blue is Democrat, which is the oldest party in Thailand, 70-something years old. Democrat used to have MP from all over southern Thailand. But later on, this dark blue, it's Phum Chai Thai. They came into prominently into power. So in terms of percentage of vote, last election, Thai people turned up to vote 75.6%. And the Move Forward Party led by Pitha got 37%, nearly 38%. Pheu Thai 28.8%. United Thai Nation, this is a newly formed party, and they invited General Prayut, the coup leader, the last coup leader, to be their party leader, but did not get very high vote, only 12.5%. Phum Chai Thai, this is the party of one of the very rich businessmen as well, got about 3% of the vote, but they got very high, quite high MP from Constitution. Phum Chai Thai was part of the last government. Okay, just remember that 71 seats here. Now, when the results came out, the first two parties came out in the public with another 6 party, about 8 party, and they said they're ready to form a coalition. So this cartoon, I like it very much. The young guy here is Mr. Pitha, the leader of Move Forward. And the leader of Pheu Thai party, which during election, it's medical doctor, Cholanan. So they said, oh, they will work together and form the government. But many people very skeptic of what's going on behind the scene. So you see this cartoonist show that, this is the front, in front of the press. They love each other very much, but that's behind the scene. You can see that they try to get rid of the other. You will probably notice or think that why the party with highest number of seats cannot form new government. 2 things. One, they did not get enough vote from senators. In our system, 500 election MP plus 250 appointed senators will decide the new government. At the election, Pitha always said that if he had a chance to form government, he will not work with any party that worked with previous government. So when he said that, he sort of like kick out some of the party, especially Phum Chai Thai party, which had 71 seats out of his coalition. The big problem is with Pitha himself. In our law, when you run for MP or run for elections or want to become ministers or prime minister, you have to declare your assets. And there's a law that said if you run for office, you're not allowed to hold any shares or any interest in a mass communication company. But Pitha had some share in ITV, which is actually stopped broadcast already. Some time back, this independent television is quite popular. So he had shares in it. When some of his opposition disclosed this to the public, he said, oh, he did not know about it. The shares belong to his father, who passed away, and he got it as son of that person. But anyway, the opposition took the case to Constitutional Court, and the court accept the case and suspend him from his parliament work. So that until the case decide whether he did something wrong or not. So once the Constitutional Court accepted, then it's sort of like that's the end of Move Forward Party to be a leader of government, the new government. So Pheu Thai, the number 2 parties, got coalition with many other 8 or 9 parties, including parties which work with the general in the last government, work with military leader in the last government. So once they got that, then all the senators which appointed by the previous government vote for them. So that's how this government come to power in about 1 month or so ago. Now, I would like to tell you or talk to you a little bit about what I thought is very significant events in Thailand. That was the incident we call October 14, 1973. At that time, I was university students, 3rd-year students, and I was quite active student leader in my university. But the protests happened mainly in Bangkok, and my university have finished the exam, student going home. So I can't go to Bangkok because my family won't allow me to do so. If not, I probably will be one among these people. How can students let people to come out this much in the main street of Bangkok? This is Ratchadamnern Road. Before 1973, we had military government led by one of the military leader, Field Marshal Phanom, for 10 years. So students start asking for a new constitution, a new election. The reaction from the government was arrest 14 student leaders, took them to jail. So students and people who fed up with the military government came out in the street like this. Government at that time tried to use force. There's a little bit of fighting happens here and there. Students burned down some of the building along this road. Then the king, the late king, came out and called for peace. Called the leader of students to the palace. Asked the military, the leader of the government, military government, to resign or to leave Thailand. So the situation from a very chaotic became peaceful quite fast. And then he set up another new government, caretaker government, led by the Privy Council, which is former president of Thammasat University. So after that, students enjoy sort of like full democracy. They can voice their concerns. They went out to countryside, telling people about how democracy system works, what the rights of the people were, something like that. They enjoyed that for 3 years. Along that 3-year period, the military side also did create some movement of the people. They set up the village scout. They try to have propaganda movie or cartoon that say communist is not good for Thailand. They will demolish our religions, our king, our nation, and they try to point fingers to student leaders that these students are communist follower. October 6, 1976, there's some protest before that of the returning of the prime minister who fled country in 1973. He came back as a monk. So students and people protest on the street. At one place, they had like a role play, and they had one student was hanged, and this newspaper put in the first page. Another newspaper, English newspaper, also put this picture on their first page. And people thought that this figure looked very similar to the crown prince, or the prince here, the kings now, which we thought that this photo had been changed, make some change to look like the crown prince. But anyway, with this front page of the two newspapers, the village scouts and the other side opposite of the student movement came out. Also, student gathering at Thammasat University. The military control the place, and outside of Thammasat University, this was one of the incidents which had been shown by the AP reporter all over the world. This is real student, and he had been hanged in the field outside of Thammasat University, and these people just watch or this guy just tried to hit him. So with this chaotic situation in Bangkok, another military leader take a coup. Many young students at that time, or number of them were my friends, fled Thailand, fled country to join the jungle, to join communist guerrilla in the jungle in Thailand, in Laos, in neighboring country. And I'll tell you later what happened to them. I just like to show you this cartoon which about teamwork, but I just like to say that many people, or even Thai people, said Thais are not so good to work as a team, which I fully agree with them. Okay. The real beginning of populist politics happened long after that. After 1976, there's a coup, and the new constitution, there's a election. Up until 1980, we had general, one of the general who was elected as a prime minister. That general had a policy, issue a policy that called for general amnesty for everyone who fled, who left the country to join insurgency all over Thailand, to come back. And for those who left when they were students, they can come and carry on study, got their degree. So most of my friends who survived the fighting in the jungle came back and finished degree. And one of my friends now is Deputy Prime Minister. Okay. Thaksin came to power in 2001 to 2006. He is very controversial figure and very most influential politician in Thai history because he was very rich. His family actually came from Chiang Mai. He had the rank of lieutenant colonel of the police because he went to the Royal Police Cadets, but did not finish the study in Thailand. He got scholarships, or he went by his family support, I'm not sure, to study abroad. And when he came back, he worked with police force for a while until he got that rank. And then he worked in business. And with his connection, he got lots of government projects and big. He went into telecom, computer, high technology business before Thailand is booming. So that's how he made his money. And when he entered politics, he introduced populist policies like universal health care coverage, 30 baht to go to hospital. Thaksin is for the poor, see him as a champion of the poor and visionary leader. Even though he been put into jail with corrupt and his malpractice, some people still think or still say, some villagers, if you ask them, they'll say they did not mind that these politicians corrupt a little bit as long as they help them. When he fled Thailand with to escape jail terms, his sister became prime minister. His party won a landslide election too. And his sister also faced corruption case and had been sentenced to jail term as well. So she fled country to live abroad with him. But before this election in 2023, he announced that he'll come back. He ready to face jail term. He had enough of living abroad. This is the day when he came, when he arrived. This is his son, his daughter, who's now leader of his party. So look at him when he's arrived, okay? He spent about half day at the court, and then he was sent to police hospital, general police hospital, with various severe sickness, and put in the hospital since. This picture, somebody or the press caught this picture that they try to put him in this hospital bed, travel from one building to another building to have operation or something like that. For his opponent, no one believed that he is really sick. So they just say that this is maybe a ploy of having him stay in a comfortable room in police hospital, and later on he will entitled to a quickly release from a royal pardon. Okay. Then his party elect this guy. This is a real estate tycoon or big businessman in Bangkok as a prime minister, Setha Thavisin. This is Thaksin's youngest daughter. She's only 30 something, not 40 years old yet. She's just been voted as a new leader of Pheu Thai Party. Once the result announced, the Prime Minister, this is how Prime Minister congratulate the new party leader of his party. Now, with all this 91 years of 50 years of October 73 that I briefly show you, I just asked AI from Google, which some of you may use or some of you may not know or haven't tried, but I try to let AI summarize for me the characteristics of Thai politics. And I would say that the AI did quite good job. I quite agree. I agree with their finding. First, it said, character of Thai politics, strong emphasis on personal networks and patronage. So you will find Thai MPs who some MPs, they had been MP since the grandfather, the father, and the son now. So 4 generations of MP from one family. Or one MP who changed party every time, every election. But that person always won the seat because people elected him without looking at which party he's in. A history of military interventions. So 13 coups in 91 years. And sometimes it's nearly, or some failed coup attempt. This is not include failed coup attempt into that. And we now have a complex system of checks and balance. During on all those new constitutions, we have put into the system various things that work well in your country, in Western countries, but in Thailand, we have it there. Some, I would say, did not work as well, okay? For example, the Constitution Court, the Anti-Corruption Commission, the Ombudsman, all those, you name it, we have it. But if you ask me whether it worked very well, the answer may not be yes in most cases. And we still have a deep-root system of social and economic inequality. I saw some figures some time ago that 8% of rich Thai had assets or money more than those the rest of the Thai. And as you can see from the map of Thailand that I show you, there's deeply divided among regional as well in terms of the election. Even though this AI said Thailand had a vibrant civil society with NGOs and social movement quite strong, but I would say it still not be able to lead or to make a significant change yet. Okay, this nearly my last slide. There's a few uncertainty ahead. This government policy, the main policy is to give people over the age of 16 digital money of 100 baht, 10,000 baht, or around $300. They said to stimulate economy quickly, but they still cannot figure out how they're going to do this. Hundreds of economists came out to publics and said government should not do this. Among those hundreds economists, it's about 3 or 4 former governor of Bank of Thailand. But the government still say we will do it. They also promised the drafting of the new constitution, because the constitution we use right now put a power of appointed senator to vote for the new government as well. The appointed senator will end their term early next year, I think. So they're going to draft a new constitution. The Move Forward Party also like to have a new constitution. But the idea of the government side and the Move Forward side, it's not go along together well. Some people are afraid that the color war, last time we had problem of red and yellow. Red is the Pheu Thai led, or the poor farmers and all those people in villages. Yellow is one who very royalist, or people in Bangkok, mostly in Bangkok or in big city. Orange, it's a color of the Move Forward Party, the young party, the young politicians. Which I forgot to mention that out of 151 member MP that been elected with under this Orange Party, 3 or 4 of them already in trouble with sexual harassment case, and some did something wrong and had been disclosed. So the number, it's now not 151, maybe 140 something. The next election, Move Forward probably think that they're going to go for a landslide. Thaksin Party also think that they're going to be a landslide. So it depends on what's happened in the next 4 years. Some people afraid that the current prime minister will probably leave office soon and let the young lady Thaksin's daughter to take the government home. So we have to wait and see. Okay. I would love to have your question, your suggestion, your discussion if I did not explain anything very clear to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Suwit, for your discussion of the Thai politics under the title of the dilemma of Thai politics. So and it's quite interesting, and you gave us the brief overview of the history of Thai politics, and of course, and one of the most outstanding features is so many military intervention in the past since 1932, many military intervention, and also there are so many new constitutions. So I feel this is a kind of the Thai people's struggle in search of democracy suitable to Thailand, not just copying the Western countries' democracy. I think the people are struggling, actually, jointly struggling, and in search of the democracy with a Thai faith. And from this standpoint, I think we can learn a lot. And recent election kind of show that just getting the majority seat in the parliament will not automatically guarantee the government, right? And maybe
Yeah.
from the criteria of the maybe so-called democratic idea, but it is not acceptable at all. But still, somehow, I think there might be something interesting in this system, even though the people's vote favor the certain party, but these parties cannot and form in their own government because of the other political institutions like constitutional court and also other political institutions, right?
Yeah.
So I think this one, yeah, and it's easy to just denounce this is a total lack of democracy. But still, after I move into Thailand, I feel the fundamental stability of the society. Fundamental stability. I think this is something to do with Thailand's polity, and the political system, most fundamental things. I think that is working. So I am very much curious and interested to know more about the Thai politics and the system. And yeah, anyway, and this is what I have got from your presentation. So thank you so much, Professor Suwit. So now, okay, so anyway, now that maybe any question, I think the question and the answer time now. So any comments or any questions from the floor? So please, anyone?
Sam.
Yes.
Sam, yeah. Yeah, I expect that. I nearly invite you to say something, Sam, because I think you know more. You also know a lot about Thai politics.
No. You know me. You know, I will always have things to say. But anyway, thank you, Achan Suwit, for your presentation. It's very enlightening to all of us to hear your opinion about Thai politics. I've been an observer of Thai politics, for a long time as well, and I go to Thailand very often. In fact, in the last couple of months, I think I've been to Thailand maybe about 5 times. Both to Bangkok and to the south.
That's why Malaysian is now #1 tourist in Thailand for this year. It's actually surpassed Chinese already.
Yeah, Malaysian somehow, we have this craving for Thai food. To make me happy, you give me a good tom yam goong, I'm very happy already. So we have a craving for Thai food. But anyway, Thai politics has always been very interesting. But I was just a bit curious as how things will move forward, and especially since the election, it took a long time to form a government. And then I think once the government has been formed, Prime Minister Srita, is it his name, Srita? Took a long time also to lay out his policies. And I think it has to do with the fact that he has to also deal with those supporters that do not want the former military party in the government. And it seems that they are now back in the government. And a lot of things were said during the election, and then now they have to swallow all the things that they said, and then to pacify their supporters. Why is the military back in the government? Why? What's going to happen? How are we going to move forward? But knowing politicians, they will always say something. They will always come up with something. But my question is in regards, okay, I don't know whether you can answer this or not, but this is in regards to the situation in the south, in southern Thailand. Okay, because as you know, Malaysia is the facilitator of the peace process in southern Thailand. And the process has been moving, not going well, moving until the beginning of the year. when we had to stop, because of the election, and then we had to wait until a new government is formed, and also the insurgent movement, the group there also don't want to deal with the previous government. They want to deal with a new panel, so everything had to stop. Okay, everything had to stop, and then that was way back in March. March, and up to now, the dialogue has not started yet.
Yeah.
The dialogue has not started yet, and the Prime Minister, the government, the new government, has not really said very much about how to move forward. I know that they have created like this committee, which also include some members of the, civil society, but there's like no direction yet on how to go about, with the dialogue for peace in the South. I know that the Prime Minister of Thailand has come to Malaysia, met the Malaysian Prime Minister, and both of them talk about a new corridor of development in the South as a way of dealing with the problem. But if you ask me, that is not going to solve the problem. That is what the people in the South wants. So my worry is that the process is delayed. The more it's delayed, the more people say that the Thai government is not really interested in solving the problem. And then recently we have seen quite an increase in the number of violent activities, in the South, and it's worrying. It's worrying because things might go back to the the situation before, where we have lots of violence in the South. So from the side, because we are on the peaceful side, from our side, we want things to move forward in a peaceful manner, but we want to know what is the current position of the Thai government in regards to the dialogue process and to finally to achieve peace in the South. Do you have any idea on how things are going on? Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. I would say that you probably have to wait longer. Partly because right now they have some internal conflicts in terms of military and securities as well. The Minister of Defense, it's civilian. He's an ex-university lecturer from Mahasarakham, but he been in Thaksin parties for a long time. He's deputy party leader. It looked like it's good that the government dare to put civilian as a Minister of Defense, but actually when he got the post, he traveled around and pay respect to all big military guys, especially former military leader and something like that. The opposition, the Move Forward Party, put an agenda to the parliament that they want to dissolve what they call the internal security operation control or something like that, which is an organization set up a long time ago. And military also work in that particular organization, in addition of have serving in the military. So the opposition said we should demolish that organization to save money, to blah blah blah. Prime Minister quickly came out, said, no, we did not have anything like that in the agenda. and I think they haven't. The MPs from those three province, southern province, mainly come fromประชาชาติ party, which is Muslim led party. The leader of ประชาชาติ Mr. Wannor, is the Speaker of the House. He right now he tried to send his mission, personal mission, led by Muslim leader, to Israel, to Iran, try to talk to Hamas leader about releasing the Thai workers who had been captured, quite a number of them, 30, 40 of them, I think. But they're still not successful on that mission yet. They just say that it's a good sign. So I would say at the moment, government had no time to really think or sit down and have a real policy of solving the problem of southern Thailand. And you should also keep in mind that when Thaksin came into power at the first time, before that, situation in the southern Thailand had been very peaceful, very quiet, and look peaceful. Even some of our European friends said that they are going to use southern Thailand as a case study for a peaceful coexistence or something like that, writing a paper or something. Then Thaksin said, someone asked him about the situation in southern Thailand. Thaksin said, oh, no worry, those people would just, what the word he used is sort of like,
bandits or something like that.
A low rank, a low end bandit or something like that. After that, just 1 or 2 days after that, a number of schools in those three provinces had been burned down. And the situation of the southern Thailand flare up again. So I don't know. I think right now, most of the big military, they just move into the new position. They probably still try to work out what they can do or what they want to do. I haven't seen any military leaders who sort of like peace oriented guy yet at the moment.
Okay, thank you very much. This is very interesting topic, how to manage the conflict in southern Thailand. So as Professor Suwit just said, before the Thaksin government, first one, I think, I also look at the situation. It's a kind of the pacification, soft pacification was working there. Then my understanding is that Thaksin that can dismantle the system to manage the conflict. Then all this and the violence exploded, and also at the time Thaksin, I think the Thaksin government killed a lot of people. I think as maybe the narcotics smugglers and those things, right? Rather than yeah, these things. Then this one makes the city very, very bad. And then I don't know. So the minor thing, the Thaksin can dismantle this long-standing system to manage the conflict in southern Thailand. Then after that, then I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, that is quite interesting.
Can I add to that?
Follow up. Yeah.
Just a follow up. Just now, since we are talking about the time when Thaksin, was prime minister, he was from 2001, 2006, and then you see an increase in the intensity of the conflict. When he was, I mean, if I recollect, when he was prime minister, he was going after the drug, dealers, drug pushers in Thailand, and then he had this policy of shoot to kill, of these drug dealers in trying to really put down, the drug problem in Thailand. And then to him, it was a successful program, because he was able to get rid of a lot of these drug dealers, drug pushers in Thailand. And he wanted to do the same thing in the South, because in the South, you still had, even at that time, you still have the revolutionary movements that have been created mostly back in the 50s and the 60s. They were there. They have been rather quiet, but they were still there, and then coming up from time to time. And I think it was Thaksin's policy to also deal with them the way he was dealing with the drug problem in Thailand. And then one time I was talking to some revolutionary leaders in the South, and then I was asking them, why did they intensify the actions from 2004, because it started in 2004, January 4, 2004, which is almost 20 years, now, when they attacked this army camp in Narathiwat and then stole a lot of weapons and all those things. And the answer that they told me was that, it was because of Thaksin. Because Thaksin has now, after dealing with the drug problems in Thailand, he wanted to deal, with the rebel movements, in the problem in the South. And then he had already identified leaders of the movements, and then with orders to kill, so and then these movement leaders were saying that if we do not protect ourselves, we will all be killed, so to do that, then they had to get weapons. So that's why the raid, on the army camp in 2004, and that's why also, we have the intensification of the conflict from 2004 onwards, which was very unfortunate, so and like Mikio also mentioned about the dismantling of the system, that was also true, because you have southern border, provinces, agency, the So'oboto. So'oboto was a regional institution dealing with the situation in the South, and Thaksin decided to dismantle that one. And then he said because of corruption and all those things, even if they were dealing with the issues, and then to give more positions to his own people, from the military, from the police, to deal, with these things, So a lot of your patronage and clientele, politics again, dealing with the situation. But that made things worse, So that's what happened around 2003, 2004, 20 years ago. But the good thing is that, well, it's not really a good thing, but in 2013, his sister, Yingluck Shinawatra, decided to organize a dialogue, with the main revolutionary movement, the BRN, and they came up with the, consensus in 2013, for some kind of to start some kind of dialogue, that was in 2013. But we know that was really not really a move towards peace, but really something that they just created to put the Yingluck's administration in a good light, and saying that Putai and the party, is for peace, and hopefully the problem that was started by his brother Thaksin in 2003, 2004, then the sister will correct the problem, and then they will have a better situation, and then hopefully then it can be some kind of like a forgiveness for Thaksin, in 2013, but that did not happen. And although, you know, that was the first time that a dialogue was begun between the Thai government and the revolutionary movement, which was a good thing. You know, anytime you talk instead of fighting is always a good thing, even if the intention was not there, but it's a good thing to be used as a platform, you know, to move forward. You know, but yes, so that's my my input, you know.
Yeah, okay, yes, yes.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Dan, for your very detailed additional explanation. Yeah, and still this is and the problem and needs to be addressed more fundamentally, I think, and by the new government. Yeah, and also it's worrying that the number of the violence is now increasing. Now that is worrying sign. Okay, but anyway, so maybe we return to the general Thai politics now. Okay.
Yeah.
And earlier, Professor Suwit explained a lot of interesting things. Yes,
someone
please.
raised the
Someone
hand.
already.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is maybe Constantina? Maybe?
Constantine first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. It was very precious for me. I know nothing, almost nothing, and it was stimulus to. I mean, I didn't understand everything, but I want to share something with you and the other friends, because when you began, it makes a click here that I know something about Thailand, because you know, may I share a photo? May I share a photo?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yes. Yeah.
If I manage.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it. How is it?
Oh, okay. Look like okay.
Yeah.
Can you see something?
Yes.
Eh?
Yeah, we can see. Yes.
Yes. So look, here is 1973. Yes, the 7th of November in Greece. And here you see this sign. It's about Thailand.
Yeah.
It's the students in Greece that revolt on the dictatorship which is in Greece, military dictatorships. And wait, I'll show to you differently because it's a historian that it's wait a minute. How we say that? I'm confused with the share screen. Wait. How we make it? No, okay, I can't make it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't make it. It's a PDF. It's a PDF. Why? Files. Wait. Never mind. Never mind. It's the photo I showed before. It's 17 November of 1973.
73.
Like,
yeah. Okay.
Sign, and everywhere they say tonight it will be like Thailand.
Okay.
Because it's very fresh. The news about the revolt of the young, of the students, as you said.
Yeah.
And for us in Greece, it's really, I'm sorry to say, it's really exotic to say so, but when I work to school and we make a commemoration about the revolt of the students, I say about Thailand and the dictatorship and some things, but I don't know the whole story of Thailand. And it was very inspiring for Greek students and they are in walls, many references to Thailand.
Okay.
But here it was also dead. It was also dead. But I have also dead, also torturing prisons, because dictatorship didn't fall by this revolt.
Mm.
It followed after 1 year after, and but I think it was more violent in Thailand. I have the impression.
Yeah.
That's it. I want to share it with you, and it's very interesting. And thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay.
So this look like the student movement in Greece kind of inspired by the student movement in
inspired
Thailand.
by
Right?
student
And
movement.
So that one is November, right? And
we-
November in Greece, and the Thai student movement is October, 1 month earlier, right? So
Yeah,
it looks like-
yeah. October 14th.
Then most likely the Thai student movement inspired the Greek students and to write against the military dictatorship. I didn't know at all.
Okay.
Thank
Very pleased to hear that.
Yes.
That we inspire someone.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
then
yeah.
Mr. Redlam, please go ahead, Mr. Redlam, Ambassador Redlam.
Ambassador, please.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Suwit, for your very interesting presentation. It reminds me when I was back in the university working on my paper at that time. I was writing about military in politics, and of course analyzing the role of the military in Indonesian politics. But my professor said that I have to also study 3 cases of military in politics. He said it's Pakistan, Argentina, and Thailand. So thank you very much for your presentation. Now, my question relates also to conflict resolution, like what Zam has asked you. And this relates to Myanmar. I know that the role of Thailand is very important in dealing with the Myanmar situation because of the fact that Thailand is bordering Myanmar, and in the situation that is evolving right now, Thailand is very important in in trying to deliver cross-border assistance to Myanmar. And during the previous government policy, it was quite clear that because of the perhaps same background of the previous government with the SAC in Myanmar, the Myanmar was really very, how do I say that, very comfortable, because Thailand was the one that is opening its door for continued contact. Even though in ASEAN, we have already adopted the 5-point consensus.
Mm-hmm.
And it was seen somehow, that my reading is that what this kind of relationship is not helping the implementation, because the pressure from Thailand was not enough there. But now the government has changed, right? And I wonder whether now the new government, what kind of policy is the new government having on Myanmar? Yeah, is it more how do I say that, receptive as before, or there is a change? That is my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ambassador. I haven't heard any change in terms of Myanmar policy, but what I noticed in general was many Myanmar workers are now more and more in Thailand.
Yeah.
So you know, big number of them. Before it's only in Bangkok or in some region that you find Myanmar workers. But nowadays, even in Khon Kaen, in the Northeast, there's number of Myanmar working in Thailand.
Yeah.
So a lot of them. The current Minister of Finance, Minister of Foreign Affairs, didn't say any words about his idea or his policy toward Myanmar. I think some NGOs in Thailand raised some issues, some concern, but not many people or no government action anyway to pick up.
I see.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Please.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much, Dr. Suwit. Since last year we were there in the Chiang Mai, right? Conference, and I began to learn more about Thailand, not only culture but the politics. Okay, politics, and after your presentation, I have some comments and questions. First of all, I'd like to share I observe like these kinds of index. Democracy index. Every year. But it's a little, 2 years ago, like Democracy Index 2021 by the Economist Intelligence Unit. Okay.
Yeah.
It's quite objective. I mean, they have some different indexes, and they have 5 categories here, like electoral process and pluralism. And the second one is functioning of government. A third one is political participation. And a fourth one is political culture, and the last one is civil liberties. Okay, these 5 categories, and they have like a score. Okay, each score, the 10 is the maximum score. And they divide all the 169 countries who are so members, so 167 countries, into 4 different categories. First category is full democracies. Full democracies. They're full democracy, usually like less than 20 countries. I couldn't cover all of them. In fact, I used this chart when I made the presentation in one university. And the second group is flawed democracy. Okay, flawed democracies. And the third one is hybrid regimes. Okay, hybrid regime here. Okay, and the third group is authoritarian regimes. And normally North Korea is the last, but 2021 North Korea 164th rank. Okay, at that time Afghanistan, because Afghanistan was kinds of like a revolution or something at the time. And I was very curious about, usually I'm more pay attention to the Asian part, Asia. Okay. And Korea, luckily, even though you said 91 years, okay, of this the democratic, I mean your history, but Korea comparatively very short time, okay, we achieved like so much democratization. I observed several times here in this report, and Korea usually belongs to full democracies. Okay, believe it or not. And Japan too. Japan. Sometimes Japan is, like, the rank the first, okay, the earlier, but this year, 2021, Korea was like 16 and Japan 17. We are almost in Asia, mostly 2 or 3 countries, including Taiwan or some, I don't know exactly, but Korea, Japan. And most of the Southeast Asian countries belong to flawed democracy.
Flawed democracy, yeah.
Here, you can look at here. The Thailand, the 72 ranking 72 out of 167. And when I just looked at a few minutes ago, what is the lowest rank? Functioning of government, okay? There's a 5 score, okay, very low. And the civil liberties, okay, 5.29 is rather low. Observing this one, how could I interpret? Functioning of government is kind of like more like not transparency, not is more authoritarian or something. And civil liberties. I think these days, like civil society activities or NGOs are like more like become very active in Thailand, but still this score is quite low. I wonder if you could accept this data or not, but Dr. Suwit, after looking at this data. Maybe the 2022, there will be new report, but I didn't observe it. But maybe not much, the difference usually. So the functioning of a government is rather low, okay, among the different categories. So could you somewhat your interpretation? I hope. Yeah. And the second one is, in your political system, the senators, there are your different from Korea. Korea, we are like the presidential system, okay, presidential system. We do election, direct election. Our population, like 50 million. Among the 50 million qualified age 19 these days, 19 years older, or adults, we are entitled to, cast voting, and we have a freedom to choose our leader, president, but you are like a prime minister, right? Prime minister. Yeah. And I wonder, you select like the senators, around 30 members, and 500 members of the representatives, okay? They choose your prime minister. Then the senators, how do the appoint senators? How do the role of senators, okay? Could you explain about that, okay?
In the past, we have senator that came from election for some time, but the last senator, the present senator right now came from appointed. So it's supposed to be representative of several sectors, like maybe farmers group or those who work in the civil society, those and military. But to get appointed, you have to have a good connection.
Good connection.
You have to know the right person or the right people who can nominate you, and then you get to the post. Some who sit as a senator right now, I doubt the qualification or the quality of them, but you know, they know someone, or they got the right connection. The low score about functioning of government, I think the government system in Thailand, it's very bureaucratic, and a lot interference from politicians in some area or in some ministry. It's full of corruption. I would say that. So when they form the government, the parties or the those who in the government looking for what they call A-grade minister. Okay, A-grade minister mean ministry with lots of budget. The highest budget, that among the highest budget, that would call A-grade ministry, which is education, transportation, agriculture, all those 3 or 4 ministry that they all want to be minister because they can get their hands on a big budget. Defense, Ministry of Defense normally reserved for military, and then the low grade ministry, like Ministry of University, who look after university, who call right now called Ministry of Higher Education, Innovation, blah blah blah. Not many people want to come to this ministry. And the operation of the government, it's very much influenced by politicians, very much influenced by powerful connection. That's maybe they give functioning of government very low score. Civil liberties, I think we have many laws that prohibit you from express your opinion. For example, the law that the Move Forward Party want to get rid of was the one that called 112. Section 112 of the Constitution, which the lay majesty's law. So you can be charged. Let's say if I say something in the seminar about royal family or something, and then somebody capture my voice or the presentation and report to the authority, I could be in jail straight away. That sort of thing, you know, that's why the civil liberties score is low. Okay. I think this come from that. Okay. Yeah.
In fact, you know, the 2 years, 3 years ago, we were supposed to hold our conference in Vietnam. Vietnam friends are not here. Okay, Vietnam. Vietnam, and after that, the Corona, pandemic, we could not hold it, and we held it online. But at that time, we are preparing, and from the Vietnam side, they requested your papers, all your presenters, speakers, please, send them to my university or the authorities. They should do, the first scan them, that look at the paper in advance. They monitor, first monitor all presentation papers. That was very, very, somewhat unusual to us, but their system is like that. Okay, they screen all these papers. That's why still they control this like censorship or something. So the system is quite different in Vietnam. Still, the political party, they are like all monitor this one. Okay, like that. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, in my perception, I think except for this issue of the less majesty, I think that Thailand has a high degree of civil liberty. Only this issue, I think. Otherwise, okay, right? Otherwise, my impression is that the newspaper can write whatever they like, mostly, right? Including the criticizing government, right? And just now we saw that Deputy Singapore has much less, enjoy much less civil liberty than Thailand. But it's higher. It's quite unbelievable. But anyway, thank you very much. Okay, but still maybe are there any other comments or question from the floor? Anything? No one? Maybe just because my good friend is not participating, Professor Fumitaka Furuoka, are you with us now? Furuoka-san?
Yes, thank you very much.
Good.
Oishi-san, thank you very much for very useful. I was a bit late because the time difference again confused
Okay. And for your information, he is the associate professor of University Malaya, and he's economist.
Okay.
I think he will give certain maybe comments or questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think my comment is very similar to just now ambassador's comment. Question. I'm also very interested because currently I'm closely watching the case of Myanmar, and this Thailand military government is claimed they have a good connection, and they can use this good connection to something to positively can solve this case. And what's your opinion about this? It's just simple question.
Well, I think that the military connection was there, but in terms of try to solve the situation in Myanmar, they probably cannot do much. I mean, they would say, or the military may say that because of we have this internal security, they have internal fighting or something like that, they would take that sort of issues to be defense of what they try to do.
Okay, thank you. So, okay, now maybe one more question or comment from the floor. If nothing. Okay, then maybe I will give some comments or some questions. Okay.
Ambassador.
Ambassador.
I'm sorry to take the floor again. Thank you very much. No, but interesting I wanted to know what were the core issue of the interest of the military in launching this many coup in the past? Because you mentioned about 13, and this is only the ones that were successful.
Yeah.
But there were so meaning that what were the core elements of the raison d'être for this coup the same or what?
Yeah, the magic word for the coup is for our nation security or peace or whatever, you know. So
Classical.
when you see some situation, fighting situation or something like that, they would come out and say to keep our nation peacefully from this very violent situation. The military already take control of the country.
So perhaps Dr. Suwit, my question was wrong. Do you are you afraid that this kind of pattern can still happen in the future?
Yeah, I would think so. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, military armed force is a very important institution, I think, for the political purpose, right? In Thailand. Yeah, I think also we can look at the armed forces as a political institution in a more positive light, because as I see it, because there is maybe 3 divisions of the government, right? And this is basically the executive and legislative and the judiciary. So they look like maybe there's a kind of some kind of the balance, among the 3. But maybe other total, maybe the result of often the paralysis, paralyzing, just in the quagmire, in the deadlock. And then, of course, we still remember the big scale of the huge demonstration, and especially toward the end of the Iraq government and Mr. Thaksin's sister government, a huge demonstration. And then it looked like the politicians cannot settle the differences politically. Then maybe no choice but the military to intervene, right? To restore at least the peace, right? Stability. Yeah. So I think in that sense, still the military can play some positive role. Yeah, and also we need to consider that Thailand is a very exceptional case in Southeast Asia, and which maintain the sovereignty and the independence. That means the political system, this is polity persists until now. And I think I think this is quite important to preserve the positive elements of this traditional polity in Thailand. Anyway, so, okay, and Zam wants to say something now.
Sam want to have a last word.
Yes.
You know how it is. Zam always want to have the last word. No. I was just listening, but then suddenly some of the comments, woke me up a bit. In terms of if you look at the Thai politics, you cannot really look at it from the traditional perspective of executive, legislative, judiciary, division of power, and all those things, because it's a bit more complicated than that, because you have the military playing a major role and having and then having their hands everywhere, everywhere, and then at the same time, don't forget about the king, the monarchy. The king is still there, and then the king also has their own. The monarchy institution also has their interest everywhere, and then I was just wondering, how's the reception of the king, towards this new government, and then I think, I don't know, as long as the monarchy's interest is not really challenged, I think they are still okay. But it'll be good to hear from Suwit as well. What is the reaction of the palace, with the result of this election. And then lastly, I think it has been mentioned by Suwit, that one of the plan before from the Move Forward Party was to amend the constitution. And is amending the constitution still on the table with this present government? And then is part of the amendment include, for example, the change in the way that the Senate is chosen into their position, because we know that it's difficult for any parties, with 250 senators, appointed senators, which are not elected by the people, deciding on who will form the government, and this cannot continue. And countries that have this kind of system, like Thailand, like Myanmar is even worse. In Myanmar, you have all those military people in Myanmar. At least in Thailand, it's not only all military, although the military appointed, these so-called civilians, who are supposed to vote with them, but is that still on the table to amend the constitution, or to write a new constitution? And then will a new constitution will allow also, for better freedom of speech and expression, because I think that is also the issue in Thailand. People cannot really say what they want. And then this is also tied to the lèse-majesté rule, the law. Because people, the government, don't want to have people comment on the institution of the monarchy. So anytime somebody says something against the monarchy, they will be arrested. But then it also has an effect on all aspects of expression in Thailand, because you can only not say anything about the monarchy, but you can also be charged if you give comments, about the government, about individuals, about politicians. It's like one package, for everything. So is that also on the table, amending the constitution or making a new constitution with greater freedom of expression, for the people?
Just briefly tell you that for the constitution, new constitution, Move Forward said they definitely want to get rid of that section 112. The other party said no, they will not touch that section. Okay, so the new constitution definitely we will have new constitution. The section 112 probably will be there still. The senator would be elected, I think, this time, but how many or how powerful, that another story. Now, the system in Thailand right now, even when I've been appointed as the president of university, I have to get endorsed or put into what they call a royal gazette, say that, His Majesty appointed this guy as a president of the university. So from about Director General onward, you need royal appointment. Okay. I won't say much about the present king, but I would ask you to look at nowadays when he's going to meet people or to his representative go to meet people, they always give two pictures. One is the late king and one is the present king. Okay, so okay, that probably end my talk.
Understood, Suwit. No need to say any further. Understood.
Okay.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Suwit, for your inspiring presentation and also and good response from the floor. And this is a very, very stimulating discussion we have so far. So thank you very much for all people. So now is the time to return the screen to
So
thank you.
Okay. Konstantina, we don't have much time. Time is over. But if you're very short, just okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes. About the index democracy, I saw Sweden 10, Norway 10, and we hear that these days Sweden and Denmark, they are really tortured by racial hate, religious hate, youth really. This is not in the index, I mean, but is it really a 10 with this kind of violence? That's what I wonder. But it's not in the index, it's a 10.
Okay. Yeah, maybe the report of the annual report of their democracy, the index will be changed depending on their situation. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Konstantina. Okay. Thank you for the presentation. Okay, Dr. Suwit, Thai, the dilemma of Thai politics, and okay, and today's moderator, Dr. Mikio Oishi. Okay, we'll learn more about Thai. Okay. Situation. Okay, and we hope all this politics in Thailand will improve. Okay, will improve. Okay, improve.
Hope so.
Hope so. Okay, and it's very, very productive discussion. And how could you contribute to your democratization? Okay, also we share all this encouragement, okay, with the Thai friends, okay. And I already announced that at the beginning, our Thursday forum, particularly this season, okay, this season or this session will be held every 2 weeks, okay. So 2 weeks later on Thursday, our forum, the presenter, speaker, is here, Konstantina Spilopoulos from Greece, okay, history teacher and the expert, okay, and the title is very interesting. Some aspects of the evolution of Greek identity, okay, Greek identity, right? That's very interesting, okay. The Thursday forum, okay. Right. Okay. And Konstantina, thank you for sparing your time. Okay. You are teaching in your school, right? In your school, but you excuse your time.
I left early.
Okay, left early, right? Okay, very busy day.
But I could today. Sometimes I can't.
Right. Okay. And I particularly, I thank you, Zam, okay, Professor Askanda. Thanks to him, we named this forum Thursday instead of Wednesday. Originally, it could be Wednesday, but he said, oh, Wednesday, I am not, it's very difficult to spare time. Thursday would be convenient. I respect his situation. It's Thursday forum. Okay, we named the Thursday forum, and Zam is here on Thursday. Okay, thank you. And okay, Raymond, very late, okay, time he joined us. Thank you, Raymond from the Philippines, and also the Professor Froka, okay, from a friend of Mikio Sang. Okay, thank you for joining us. Okay, and hope to see you next 2 weeks later. And okay, until then, everybody, okay, take good care. Okay, and good night. Some of you.
Good night.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.